Hey there, spiritual warriors. Welcome back. Today we're talking about the upcoming full moon in Leo, and this one turns up the heat. Leo is ruled by the bright, shining sun, our life force, our vitality, and our creative fire. So, when we have a full moon here, things get pretty bright, pretty loud, pretty illuminated, and pretty impossible to ignore. This is a moon that asks a very simple but maybe very confronting question. What makes me shine? Where am I hiding my light? And where am I ready to be seen? Leo is a fire sign. It's about passion, creativity, generosity, joy, play, and heart-led living. Leo says, here I am, this is me, and this is what I came here to express. At its best, Leo energy is warm, radiant, inspiring, and deeply generous. At its shadow, though, it can be performative, validation seeking, ego driven, caught up in its own importance, or afraid not to be special. And this full moon may shine a light on both extremes. So I really encourage you to look at where Leo sits in your chart, what house, what area of your life is being activated. And I also encourage you to look at your sun sign, because the sun, it's the core of how you were meant to shine in this world. So where are you living up to the higher attributes of that sign? And maybe what needs a little bit more nourishing and work. There's a lot happening right now in Leo's opposite sign, Aquarius. We're in Aquarius season. Pluto, the planet of the underworld, death, rebirth, secrets, and deep transformations, is sitting and will be for a very long time. And over the last little while, the sun, Venus, the planet of love and pleasure and values and connections, and Mercury, the messenger ruling the mind and communication, have all moved into and through Aquarius and met up with Pluto over the last few weeks. And whenever planets meet Pluto, things get real. Skeletons come out of closets, truths surface, old identities, old stories, and old attachments all get exposed. Everything that's been hidden comes to light. So let me ask you, what has been coming to a peak for you over the last few weeks? Where have things been intensifying, maybe feeling a little tough? Where have they been clarifying, maybe shocking, or becoming just completely impossible to ignore? I truly believe this full moon in Leo is part of this entire storyline, just because the planets are all there and the full moon brings us to a moment of intensity. With every full moon, the sun always sits opposite. So here we have moon in Leo, self, heart, individuality, creative expression. The sun sitting over in Aquarius, the collective, the future, the community, the truth, liberation. This is a balancing point between this is who I am and this is how I belong to the world. Because we really all are in a collective and we need our authentic self-expression, but also we need conscious contribution. And when Leo's sitting in its highest expressions, it is that. But when it drops into its shadow, it's definitely not. So this moon asks, are you shining from your heart or are you performing for approval? Are you expressing your truth or your ego persona? And here's the part that may make all this feel really extra big and loud. Because in a couple of weeks, we begin a new eclipse cycle. And this one, it's going to be in Aquarius, but it's on the Leo and Aquarius axis. And eclipses bring big changes, accelerated timelines, course corrections, faded endings and beginnings. And this Leo full moon may feel like a drum roll before that cycle begins. Even though we don't have an actual eclipse in Leo for a while, it's still highlighting the very beginnings of those stories. So if things feel dramatic, emotional, revealing, or charged, that's probably because they are. And I mean, hello, we're in Leo here, so go big or go home, right? So this is a moon of heart truth, of creative courage, of authentic visibility, and reclaiming your inner fire. Here are some journaling prompts for you to get stuck into. Where have I been dimming my light? And where in my life am I being called to shine more fully and authentically? Tip, think about your sun sign qualities and what house your sun sign is sitting in, and how are you embodying them? In what ways do I seek validation instead of self-approval? And here's the big part of that question, why? What part of me wants to be expressed, seen, or celebrated right now? And if I validate myself, is that still there? And where can I put myself in places where that's really honored? Where is my ego protecting me and keeping me playing small or safe? How can I lead my life more from my heart rather than from performance or expectations? If you want to work with this full moon beyond the mind and actually open the heart, release old identity patterns and reclaim your creative life force, I would absolutely love to have you join me in our lunar alchemy healing ceremonies. This is an online ceremony where we work somatically and energetically with the moon's medicine. So if you want to join Lunar Alchemy this time round, click the link in the description below. And remember, with the eclipse cycle really starting soon, things are about to move fast and feel a little shaky. So make sure you are subscribed, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned because I'll be guiding you through the whole next chapter. For now, don't be afraid to take up space as long as it's led by the heart. Until next time.